I just need to come back to these festivals to actually know where we stand as an artist sometimes, because you don't feel it sometimes online. You just don't have that perception.
Day 2 of Slam Dunk, how does it feel to be in Leeds today?
I don't think I've processed it, to be honest with you. I mean, physically I'm here, mentally I'm not sure where the hell I am.
Give it some time.
That's pretty, yeah. Same. No, it's pretty unreal. I mean, it's like, I think it's probably the lack of sleep more than anything, isn't it?
Oh, tell me about it.
And it was so, like, the shows were so good that, like, it's going to take a while to process that, I think. Because, yeah, I think they were, like, the crowds were, like, so much bigger than we were expecting, I think. You know, we were like, oh, we're first on, like, you know, there's going to be a small crowd. But, no, it was
people
pretty random.
Get out early for Slam Dunk.
It was amazing, honestly, yeah, I was super surprised.
We got in for when doors opened yesterday, and we were genuinely shocked at how packed out it was. Like, I think the first year I came to Slam, like 10 years ago, like it was packed, but like, I got in for doors like when I was like 15, but haven't since then. And I was like, oh my god, it's like everyone's already here. What the hell?
It's mental, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. I barely managed to get myself up before midday, and we played before midday, so I'm impressed that I got up in time for the show, if anything.
I'm impressed too, by you.
I'm gonna say, Godspeed, soldier. bravest boy in the world. Right, so I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about social media in kind of how that you feel anyway, because I feel like you guys have got such a cool presence on social media. How do you feel social media has an impact on being a band today in a world of such oversaturated social media?
Yeah, interesting.
So, yeah, that's interesting. I'm a social media manager as a
awesome.
my job. I don't know if it is, because it's, to me at least, it's draining. I think like it's very important to have a presence. Obviously, I think you can do so much with it now. It's like democratizing the possibility of success in a way. So it's giving chances to more artists, but then it's making competition harder at the same time. So
for sure,
in a way, it's a great tool. You gotta use it, and it allows you to reach people even without lots of budget. But it can be very misleading. Very, like, there's artists out there that have like such a big following on social media, and then the real world is so different. I love the real world so much right now. I just need to come back to these festivals to actually know where we stand as an artist sometimes, because you don't feel it sometimes online. You just don't have that perception.
Yeah,
so
it's easy to like judge your self-worth off of like how many likes your recent like wall post gets, and it's like that shouldn't be, you know, your metric for validation.
Yeah, that shouldn't be your worth.
Yeah. No, but it's a numbers game, and all your life will be a numbers game. So that's just another thing on top.
It's such a vicious cycle to like break yourself out of. It's like
comparing, and
absolutely. That's the thing. It's like, I mean, we were just talking earlier with some of the people we work with, or like friends at like the festival and stuff, and it's all about like, it's such a shame because when it comes to social media, it doesn't feel like it's a build each other up, not like people should be building each other up, not tearing each other down. But social media has such like you said, it's got so many benefits, and there's so many amazing things about it. But it's got that, obviously, everyone knows it's got that kind of dark side, double-edged sword situation.
Definitely. And as millennials as well, I feel like we're kind of got there on the cusp of technology changing, and I'm starting to really miss like the time without
privacy.
Yeah, don't you miss that? Yeah, it was nice.
Like, the thing I hate the most is like when I'm trying to write the music and juggle all of the other responsibilities in life alongside, you know, just being like a live band, all that stuff, and then you don't feel like you're doing enough because you haven't posted on social media as well, and you're like, fucking hell, like you just cannot find the time to do it. And then you go and do it, and you get what, like, you know, you get not the validation you want, and you're like, but it does kind of devalue all the things that you are doing that do have real impact in the real world, and it's best to just try and remind yourself of that and keep that perspective in mind, isn't it? Because I think it can really depress people. It can put people off actually doing the things that they love and they're passionate about, because they don't feel like it's the space to do it. And I think it's important to remember, just be yourself. Don't worry about, you know, the things like counts. You know, it's just do things that you genuinely believe in, and that's really what matters. It matters in the real world.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, that, like you said, like sometimes you can put time and effort and like really like create something you're proud of and then you share it on social media and people don't have the reaction that you thought you were going to get or that you would have wanted, and then suddenly something you were so proud of, you're like, oh, I hate it now.
It's just slave to the algorithm, literally. Sometimes people want to see it and they won't, and that's just how it is. Like,
yeah. All right, another thing I wanted to touch on is you're Italian, right? So first of all, where in Italy are you from? So I have lots of Italian. My goddaughter, she's Italian.
Oh.
So I'm Zia Giuseppina.
Zia Giuseppina. Oh.
My little goddaughter Sophia.
That's so cute. I'm from a small town called Vercelli. That's in the middle between Milan and Turin. So.
Oh, okay. I was in Milan recently for the first time on tour with a band, and it was
Do you like it?
I love Italy.
Oh, it is.
Hospitality for artists in Italy is top tier.
They actually give you food.
They give you food. They give you lots of booze.
Yes.
More booze than you need.
The bar is just so low in the UK, though. It's like
don't even get me started.
Yeah.
You get a 6-pack of Red Stripe in the UK if you're lucky.
If you are lucky. Yeah, that's true.
So kind of where I've been on tour with a band recently in Europe and stuff, I think I've kind of learned a lot about what it's like to kind of break international crowds as artists, and and kind of taking that risk of deciding, okay, now we're going to tour Europe for the first time, okay, we're going to tour the States for the first time. How have you guys found it is trying to, maybe not necessarily touring, but it is like trying to break that international barrier when it comes to reaching different audiences?
I mean, we've been lucky enough that we started doing that, it was a couple of years back, I think first European tours and stuff like that. I think it's been definitely challenging, like financially, because obviously, like
big time,
especially
especially post Brexit.
Yes, yeah. When you add all of those expenses on top of
the Swedish carnets.
Honestly, yeah, that is a nightmare. Not just for your time.
Carnet shouldn't be a word that band people know.
No, it doesn't sound right.
No, it is a pain.
We'll have to do that stuff now.
Yeah, but it's so worth it, especially when you take this genre like to Germany. That's like an amazing place to play shows. That the people are so up for it.
Most European crowds we've had have just been so, so rewarding for us to go, to go there and meet them. And it's the difficult thing, I feel like, at bands for our level is keeping that momentum up, because you go and do like an EU tour and, like we said, it is super expensive, but then you have to keep going back, otherwise you just lose that momentum, and it's pretty relentless, I find, isn't it? Like,
it is. Then also, realistically speaking, if you're a person who is in a band that doesn't make enough money for you to live off of music, you can't tour all the time.
Yeah.
So keeping that momentum up in Europe is not as realistic as the rest. Yeah. So the big jump, I think, is headlining something in Europe, rather than, because as long as you're supporting other artists, I think like you can still get out there and have a great experience every time, because people are so enthusiastic. There's not been a place where I've had a bad experience like in Europe. So yeah.
I mean, I loved touring Europe. It was like everyone was just so much fun.
Yeah.
Like it made like British crowds seem miserable.
Oh no.
They enjoy it, but they just do not.
They
show
don't.
it.
Yeah, they don't show it. They really
Yeah.
don't. Like they'll stand there with their arms crossed and they like won't show any emotion. And then you go
That's
to
Brighton.
like, I found all the shows we did in Italy, everyone was just so happy to be there.
Yeah, exactly,
like
yeah.
and everyone's a good kind of drunk in
Yeah.
Europe, whereas here you get some real bad drunks in the UK.
Oh.
Yeah, 100%.
Alcohol.
I went into the picture in the show actually, and there was one guy that was like trying to actually full on like crowd kill me today. It's kind of hilarious, because like, dude, my guitar is so heavy and pointy. You don't want to start a fight with me.
Don't start with me, because I will win.
This will not end well. Yeah. I think the dude was drunk, to be fair. I don't think he knew who he was doing, but yeah.
I had no idea. Didn't see that.
So kind of, I guess we'll go from that really. What is that, one of the craziest things you've ever seen at one of your shows, or what is the craziest thing?
I mean, every show's pretty crazy, I'd say. I mean, what's the craziest? I've seen a guy in a wheelchair being crowd surfed before. That was pretty
I've seen that
epic.
a few times, and that is
was pretty
always
epic,
epic.
yeah.
It was epic, yeah, absolutely. I don't know, maybe our shows aren't crazy enough, or maybe our memories aren't good enough. It's one of those, definitely. We should probably know, right?
I mean, we've we've done a lot of shows at this point.
I-
I feel
okay,
like they all
I feel
blur
like-
into one, don't they?
Yeah, the strangest thing, and it happens to me all the time, and not just at our shows, because
Oh, I've
like
got one,
we
I've got
supported Vukovi
Yeah,
in
this is it, this
Glasgow.
is what
Oh my
I
god!
saw that on socials, and you
But it's
ended
not the
up at
first
back of
time.
the
Like
venue.
they sent me back, and then they don't move me anymore, and I'm like, it's great that you're holding me, that I'm crowd surfing and on top of the people.
Bring me
it's a
back.
great feeling, but, like, either bring me back or like move me around, like, but don't keep me in the same place. I feel like. Yeah, like Jesus on a cross. It's just so weird. I
That's the
just,
point where Janine from Bukovia was just like,
can you bring her back?
Alicia back now. Like they carried you out of the venue to a different postcode at that point.
They did, yeah. It was a good trip.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, that was brilliant, and especially hearing like in a Scottish accent as well.
Yeah.
Just made it so much more perfect.
Oh, I love Bukovia.
So yeah, obviously you guys have done a bunch of shows with Kobe recently. You guys have got some shows with Enter Shikari later this year. Well, I mean, obviously I'm sure you're excited. But yeah, how does it feel to be doing those shows? Because they're in some big venues as well.
Yeah, they really are. Yeah. I mean, it's like a band we both grew up listening to, so it's like. It's kind of like scary because you're like, oh, I have to see them every day and like try and be cool and try not to let them find out that I'm not that cool.
They say never meet your heroes. Maybe that's why.
We did play with Shikari before, so like I think like we're gonna
we did
be
the whole tour with them. To be fair, yeah. I mean, yeah. What can you say? Like, it's a dream, isn't it? It's an absolute dream, and they
Proper
must
exciting.
Must feel
really
pretty surreal
great
to be
fan
like
base,
you said.
yeah.
If you've grown up listening to someone to then be like,
Yeah, absolutely.
you like us? We
Yeah.
toured with you before. You want us back?
yes,
It's wild. I mean, their fans are really open-minded as well because I think there's like quite a lot of crossover with the genres. That's great. Yeah, I mean, we as a band are still pinching ourselves every show pretty much. You know, we when we started the project, we were like joking about how we'd love to play Slam Dunk and Download one day, not thinking we'd ever do it, and yeah, here we are. So like, it's going to be another pinch me moment. I think it's sick.
for sure.
No, that is awesome. Well, yeah, congrats on kind of meeting those goals you almost didn't even realise you'd set for yourself.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So to round things off, I've got two questions I'd like to ask. So what is your dream collaboration, regardless of genre? If you could collab with any artist, who would it be?
It's cool.
And you can have different answers.
Can it be Charlie XCX, please?
Oh, that
Like,
would be such a slay.
Honestly, I am a huge fan, and I've been a fan before Brat. I want to make it clear because don't you love that when you're like, I was there before they got
I've been
mainstream.
here since day one.
I'm an OG, so I deserve that collab. Dot.
That's amazing. Yeah.
End of.
Period.
It's great. Yeah. I would probably collab with Metallica because when I was a young wee lad, Metallica was the band that inspired me to pick up an instrument, and I feel like I could make them sound good again.
Oh, savage. What did you say? Oh my god. Oh my.
I'll leave it in, fuck it.
God. Oh, brilliant. I reckon
Wow.
get Charlie XCX,
They're still
Lake
good, they're
Malice,
still good,
and
but
Metallica on
even
the
better.
same track. All
Lit.
three.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, I'd be down.
You joke, but that would actually be fire.
That would actually be
Would
fire.
actually be fire.
100%.
I mean, Metallica did a collab with like Lou Reed. They've done collabs with Lady Gaga. I don't think it's out of the realm possibility.
It's not. It's not.
No, one day.
Just cut that bit I said about them not being good, and then we're good.
Thank you.
Right, and final question. What was the first piece of band merch you guys bought, and do you still have it?
Oh, it was definitely a day to remember because it was the first show that I've seen, and they're playing today, which is crazy. It was like this super pink T-shirt from the band. It was a show in Italy as well. Like I can't even remember. I think I still have it, probably in Italy, somewhere in a box. I should probably look for it. Yeah, I don't know.
For me, I've no idea. Like T-shirt, probably. Like I think I saw Green Day. It's the first ever live band I saw. Like parents took me to like Wembley Arena. That was pretty special. Yeah, I think I've still got it as well. It's a very, very small Green Day T-shirt. I could never put on again.
Yeah, I've still got my first tour band merch, and I still sleep in it.
Oh!
Sometimes.
That's amazing.
Like whenever I've had like a partner or something, they just say like, "What is that?" Just say like, "I could never get rid of it."
You should be proud.
Yeah, I am proud. I'm so proud. It's gonna sell for like thousands one day.
Yeah, exactly.
Amazing.